Hey, hey.
Hey.
What's up? Girl Chat Sports, a little after dark sesh tonight. It's a
West
little
Coast
late, but I'm
Vision.
sure
Yeah.
y'all are up. Ain't nothing else to do tonight unless you're already getting started in power. Or what else is it? Whatever else there is going on. I was
Right.
watching the Olympic trials or
Right.
attempting to. Yeah. So Girl Chat Sports here, Mo and Mel. We appreciate you tuning in. If you do catch it, feel free to share. Sharing is caring. It is the time of the year we want to share everything. So share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all
Yes.
social media, Girl Chat Sports. You can also watch us live on the Fuel Sports Network app on your Roku or Fire Stick devices. So welcome. We're gonna have like a similar short one like we did last week, but we appreciate anyone that's tuning in and chiming in. We definitely got to get into a couple of things. First of all, it was Juneteenth yesterday. They did an awesome, I think, good job of representing at the Aces game we both were at. So that was good.
Yes.
Yes, it was wonderful. What about you? How was the rest? You had time with the family
I
yesterday.
did. I mean, I wasn't like you because it is a federal holiday, thanks to
Right.
Joe Biden, President Joe Biden. But I had to work, sadly, because, work is work. But
Work
I
still
was able to get
happens.
off
Yeah.
early and celebrate with the family and watch the
Oh,
full in-person
good.
game and all that. So that was a good day. It was a good day. It was
That's
still a freedom
perfect
day
then.
for me. I was free early from work. Anytime you could walk out and be like Dave Chappelle on Half Baked and yell free, you're good to go, right?
You good to go.
I did that.
I love
Like early. Yeah.
it.
So
And
that was
that's how
always a
it
good day.
is. And that's how it goes.
It is.
Yeah. So it also is still Pride Month, everybody. So
Yeah.
hopefully you all are still celebrating or enjoying it. Here's something we got to share for this week. It's funny because me and Natalie were watching something in one of the games that ended. We were watching ESPN. They had this whole like half-hour show on the gay flag football league. So it's the National Gay Flag Football League. The Buffalo Bills just became a sponsor of a chapter of the league. The league started in 2002. It has grown to 27 cities and 4,000 players across North America. And so the Bills are now joining the Patriots, the Giants, Jets, Dolphins, Commanders, Cardinals, Bears, and Seahawks.
Is that not the
We were watching
thing ever?
And they had what's called the Gay Bowl, and
Nice.
it's very competitive, and it was really cool because the athletes that were there, like, you know what, I've always had to either be gay or be an athlete. I could never be both, and this is a place where they can do both. So, big shout out to.
And it's cool too because they do allow heterosexuals, but it's a small percentage, but they do.
Yeah.
So it's all inclusive to everyone.
It's all inclusive, and it's like, you could be lesbian, bi.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
just
all of
gay
that.
men.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty
No,
cool.
it's all co-ed. Yeah, absolutely. It could be co-ed too. Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, it was very dope. I really enjoyed that. So big shout outs to them. We also need to discuss because we appreciate all the viewers that do share our show and do watch the show. We need to discuss though what side you're choosing.
I'm Team Black all day.
Listen, we both Team Black all day. There should be no other question. But I saw, I had this question for you. I'm like, who's even choosing their green side? But there's a lot of people that are choosing green. And I don't feel like people quite understand what's happening in life.
And for those that don't see the visual, if you're tuning in to us as well, which we know you are, we are talking about House of Dragons. After 2 years of a hiatus, it is back now for season 2.
Season 2. And it came
out right where it leaves off.
Man, listen, right where it left off. It's, I think, what is it? What do we, every Sunday? Every Sunday it comes out
every
at 5.
Sunday. Mm-hmm.
We were only 1 week in, and I'm already anxious.
And they've already chosen violence. Violence was already in a non-verbal way at the end of season 1. This time it was verbalized that violence is the way. We're not hitting the red button. It's a wrap. We're gonna see.
And we're not here to be like spoilers by no means. Right. Just watch it. Hopefully you can get into it. It's one of those things like it's the the prequel to Game of Thrones. You gotta get to it. If you haven't seen any of that either, then we just can't help you at this point.
Yeah, we can't. But we talking about it, so that's what it is. It's a game like Game of Thrones, it's House of Dragons. Yeah, we've got.
Like you just have to know. You just have to understand, and you just have to know. So
we got clicks, and you better pick a side. We got clicks. We got colors.
Absolutely.
So
you got to get it together. Period. Because I just don't know what anyone in life is doing if you just haven't figured that one out yet. But
pick a house. Pick a house.
Pick a house.
Like I say.
And if you're green, we're gonna be swaying you black the entire time.
Yeah.
So,
we need you to choose House Targaryen and House Valyrian. Okay.
Right.
Go that way. Right.
What's up, Kevin? Shout out to you.
Hey, Kevin.
We appreciate you tuning in.
Right.
Hey, listen, so we'll get off of that soapbox for a minute. We might have to have a whole special at the end of the season. House of Dragons episode.
Yes. New pod alert.
This is going to happen. We do need to talk also about Willie Mays passing.
Oh, man.
And although he was, 93?
93.
So, full life. I mean,
the say hey kid. Say hey kid.
You know, Negro leagues to surmounting and getting into the Major League Baseball and breaking all kinds of records and having just this enormous career. They actually had already had this game planned. The Rickwood game in Birmingham. They had it planned for a while. He actually, I think, was supposed to be there along with a lot of the other Negro League players. It ended up he passes beforehand, so they actually had like a whole mural for him. They honored him, and just look at that sunset chime. You know, they had a singer singing at some point in the game, and like it just looks so amazing.
It looks like heaven for Willie. They welcomed him.
Seriously, he did.
And if you're ever in Missouri or in that area, go to Kansas City. Please check out the Negro League Baseball Museum. Like it is one of those museum options you must attend. My parents went and said it was truly amazing.
Really, so I definitely need to go.
In St. Louis, or if you're in Kansas City, go because it's one of those.
And there was baseball fans galore there. I know like Derek Jeter brought his father. I know a lot of older players that are retired. I know that there was, everybody was, it was just a good look.
Yeah.
It was just such a special time. I didn't catch you one because I might have taken a little nap, but it was dope to watch for a little bit to see just, see the history there.
I'm just shocked that we're losing some people. We've lost the logo. Now we're losing Willie Mays.
And then we lost Donald Sutherland today. Like
Vampire Slayer, not my Buffy guy coming at me talking about you're the chosen one, not my Donald
Like,
Sutherland.
Here's the deal. I know everybody gets old. I know age is a factor.
Right.
But 2024 has come out swinging on people. Like,
it's not right. I didn't want to wake up to that. Not Kiefer's dad. Not Donald Sutherland. My guy.
Listen,
talk about a goat of actors. This is one of those goats that no one can
has
say
been around for like 6 decades or something.
Yes, a film, even comedies. He did Horrible Bosses. He did Beer Fest. He doesn't have to do serious Disclosure. Not my movie with Michael Douglas and Demi Moore, and him playing that boss. We love Donald Sutherland.
He was in Hunger Games for the new people that are out there. He was the Hunger Games.
Yes.
Oh yeah, wild. It just what can you do at some point?
Donald Sutherland is always a legend. He will never be forgotten in my eyes. He's one of the greats.
The greats be gone, man. I tell you. We also I hadn't even realized this was a concert that was happening. Last night, Kendrick took LA by storm and took Twitter and the world and every social media
First of all, I tried to get tickets to this thing. And everybody, when he announced the pop-up and show out tour or concert on Juneteenth, when the tickets got released on Ticketmaster, the queue wait was so ridiculous that everybody on Twitter, everybody on Instagram, myself, gave pushback. Like, we can't get a ticket. So what he decided to do, and I feel like Jeff Bezos did not know what was coming, was he decided he was going to stream on Amazon and Twitch on Juneteenth. So if you weren't there, you felt like you were there. Can I tell you, Mel? He came on when the Aces game started. So I'm showing my mom Kendrick's concert while the Aces game is on. Mind you, I can't hear anything. I've got it on closed caption, and every once in a while I'll turn my volume up to see what song did he start with. What song is he on now? What song?
Right.
But then I got so engrossed with the game that I missed the rest of the show. But to say the least, the concert was everything. And if you could try to find it on YouTube, any clips, anything you have, that was one of those.
It's on YouTube. I know somebody on Twitter had posted the entire thing. So you're talking 90 minutes of just straight fun and fire. Like, I mean, there was all the memes, you know, him bringing Crips and Bloods up on stage. So they're talking about unity for Kendrick. They got the same, you know, he's wearing the same outfit that Tupac wore in regards to the hoodie, the jeans, the hat.
Yeah, the inspired look. Yeah. Exactly.
So,
and then even to the point of the maxes, the chrome maxes that he wore weren't even like a like a banging shoe, but it was just a casualized look that now those shoes are sold out. Like it's just down to
wow, it already got that far. Wow.
Yeah, it's gone very far. And you know, shout out to all the artists that preceded him. You know, Tyler the Creator put on a show. If you know LA, that's Tyler. If you know Problem, that's LA. He performed. Like you had all these LA artists that opened for him on their joints, and then he came out for the grand finale. And to bring Dr. Dre out to do a set, and then
Dre was there for, and then
asked for a moment of silence, because this definitely wasn't hip hop. This was a funeral. This was a burial. The end all of the diss scene of Drake. This was the funeral and the repast. So we had all of that, and yeah, it's probably one of the greatest moments in hip hop history. Big shout out. We've seen Kendrick. We saw him together at T-Mobile. I think that was the last show we saw him, when he had the Mr. Morales album. We saw him at his latest. I've seen him at many festivals. The man is who he is. I'm never surprised that this was even a competition between he and Drake. So yeah.
It was dope. I mean, you had like LeBron, Westbrook, Harden, DeRozan, everybody's out there.
Westbrook got a stage. Now Westbrook is an LA boy, so it was rightfully fitting that these
watching him dance was a little like I saw a couple of those clips. I was like,
it mattered not, because the imagery of it all, and everybody had memes saying Drake's punching the air, because you know he's so close with NBA, with having Toronto Raptors and all that, and being in the mix with that. We've seen him at X-Fest introducing the Raptors when they won a championship. So he's so immersed in the NBA thing. But to see these players get on stage with Kendrick, it was just like, okay.
I know. It was
those violence. Red button hit again. Another red button. Another red button. You know?
He definitely came out. That was the end. That's it. There's no more. You can't top that, really. It's just that's
for a while. And the fact that he kept rolling back Not Like Us in different variations.
Was it 3? Was it like 3 times he played it, not back to back?
6 times. Run that back. He would be like me in my house when
it was a 90-minute concert with just one song.
Well, he started out with Bad City and he did all his hits, but the end, he was like everybody else in their house when that first song came. I think I rolled it back 8 times when I first heard it, 8 or 9 times. I couldn't stop listening to it. I'm like, run that back one more time. Let's hear it.
That beat just kicked, man.
Yeah, it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
So yeah, big shout out to Kendrick.
Yeah,
for
Juneteenth,
to everybody that I saw that I knew that were posting on their socials that they were there, and I was like, oh, wow,
yeah, you had to be there. You definitely had to be there. But if you were in your living room with it, it was like you were there. So I wasn't mad at it. And like I said, I was at the Aces game and had it on. Like I was like, yeah, I'm here too. Let me just act as if I'm.
Speaking of the Aces, we need to talk about one lady.
Yeah,
only right now.
Welcome back.
Chelsea Gray is back. Listen, our point guard is back, and when you just from watching just their pregame warm-ups, the vibe was completely different.
Yeah,
ladies were like laughing, they're jumping, they're playing around with each. I mean, it was a good, you could tell there was a difference in what was happening and that something was about to change. Now, I think she played a total of like 15 minutes or 16 minutes like that. She had, I think, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. So just in her time there,
she scored a point. She's out at the free throw line. You know, we get a little. I mean, we gotta get that back into.
We don't need her to be the top scorer. We never have. We just need her to be the floor general, the point guard who's dishing it, and you can see what happens from that. things happened from that. You had Chelsea. You had Jackie Young had 32 points. Asia
Jackie
had
Young was
20.
activated.
And she still says that she feels sick, kind of like she's still getting over this sickness. Whatever that is, she's still making it work for her, and she came
activated.
out.
She activated like she was at that Mercury game in Arizona. Like
it was wild. Chelsea Gray also went over 1,500 career assists, so she's already like breaking other records, her own personal records. The first game back, going wild. She helps Asia, and Asia, again, 18 consecutive 20-point games. It's the longest streak in WNBA history. At one point, Asia went off in the fourth quarter. She had been kind of, not MIA, but she wasn't her usual self that first half. But that
she was missing a lot of her shots. A lot of her shots weren't landing. But she was getting beat up pretty tough in the low post. I mean, they were on her. It wasn't like...
she had Neck on her. She had Ezzy on her. Like
she had people on her, but she fought, and each time she tried to fight, but the calls weren't landing either. And, there's a lot of factors to that, but she still did her thing. Asia's always going to be Asia. We love that from her. But to see Kia Stokes actually shoot a 3, that's the difference maker with a Chelsea Gray kind of situation.
And then you saw Tiffany Hayes start for the team, and she did great. You saw even
Kate Martin for even a couple little. For her aggressiveness of
every little bit
helps. Yeah, like I'm not mad at the team last night. It was definitely
here's a quick video.
High point lead.
Yeah, there's a quick video of Chelsea during the press conference talking about the fans, and then a clip of what it sounded like as she was entering the game. Which
it was a roar.
Was amazing.
A little emotional, excitement. I was anxious all day. I was telling my wife, she was like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay. I'm good." Just a lot of emotion. It's been a long time since I've been out on that court, but the fans, they were amazing. From the time I came out to warm up to the time I checked into the game. So it was great, man. I just like a rush and a feeling that I missed a lot.
She was smiling so hard, so happy,
and I don't know
excited.
about you, but Vantage Point speaking, and even it was on the video, she received a standing ovation. Let's just call it what it was. She entered the game. It was not even a roaring, robust applause. It was also a standing ovation of her coming back and entering the game.
They were cheering when she just got up off the bench, because there was a good minute or two where she was just waiting to get in the game.
Yeah, exactly right. That was like a pre-cheer, but no one stood up until she actually walked on that court and checked in. Like that was when we all got up and was like, "Yes, our girl is back." So the energy was there. Everybody was all about it. The fans are still showing out, and not for nothing, we have officially sold out every home game this season, the first of any WNBA team. Home schedule completely sold out.
Tell them again.
Welcome back, Chelsea Gray.
Right? So not only were the first team to sell out our season tickets, we're the first team to sell out all our regular season home games. That last little game, the Sky game that's at T-Mobile, that was the last little straggler that finally sold out. So pretty dope for the Aces to pull that off, and it's pretty amazing. They also have another camp coming out for kids, so the 6th through 13 co-ed camp, July 9th through 12th. Skills, drills, swag, bags, Aces tickets, prizes, and more. More info, go to the Las Vegas Aces website. It's called the Aces Academy. If you use the code discount LASV20, you'll get 20% off, which I'm sure helps. I know people kind of complained about the price last time, but you got to do that. Also know that the voting is still open for the WNBA All-Star, which will be in Phoenix So get out there, make your votes. People keep talking about the voting is not going to count because, of course, most people that we're voting for are going to be on the USA team, but there's still the rest of those players. So we're going to be watching the USA team that's already been picked versus the next set of all-stars that are in the lineup. So you just got to do it.
Yeah, exactly right.
It'll be good. Before we finish off the Vegas sports, we do need to talk about the Lights. They actually had a draw last weekend, so they get a point. But they'll be playing here this weekend at Cashman. So make sure you get out there. It's going to be hot. It's going to be like 110 degrees on Saturday.
Yeah.
So just be careful. Drink lots of liquids. The Knights also released their It's already about to be hockey preseason again. This is starting in September, end of September, but just knowing that this is what's happening. Look at right there on the first row of our preseason against the Utah Hockey Club.
I noticed that. I was like, when I saw it earlier in the post on Insta when I was on there, I was like, oh, the Utah hockey team. We get to host them. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's up, Jonathan Watson? Shout out.
What's up, Jonathan?
Podcast. Check him out. Yeah, so into some more WNBA news. We need to talk about Miss Angel Reese, who has also been out there doing her thing. 7 consecutive double-doubles. I mean...
Well, this is what we were talking about last week, and we were saying when you talk about the Rookie of the Year and the Roy Award and all of this kind of stuff, these are the things that factor in my opinion, to who should be receiving the Roy. She's been averaging these double-doubles, and now it's like consecutively. So
7 in a row.
Let's see what else this girl can do.
And not for nothing, the girl showed up today in a Jordan old school blanket made into a sweater, like beautiful vintage sweater. And I was just like, okay, yes, rep for Chicago, please.
You got to. She's a Chicagoan now.
She's
Chicago.
Barbie.
She's Chi-Town Barbie.
Do that. Listen,
she's Chi-Town. She's got
that
to.
look is so. It was dope. So
I love it.
Big ups. And not for nothing, we also need to give some props too for this Fever team. Aaliyah and Caitlin are starting to find their way together. They've been improving together, and somehow I know it's always going to take time with new teammates. So we got to get.
And it's always not the one person. You need a co-person.
Yeah,
you need a team.
You gotta have it. You gotta have a team.
So it can't be just you.
Can't do it by yourself. And look at Caitlin's. I mean, when a rookie having 18, 12, 6, and 4, like you're filling up stat columns here.
Like I said, again, and we talked about this last week with the Roy conversation. This is the conversation that needs to be had. But if you have a dynamic duo like Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark together, like, hey, let's see what that looks like.
Let's see what happens. Sad news for the Sparks, Cam Brink. Oh man, that looks so hard on her knee. And then people were like, oh, well, she walked out the arena. It was okay. Nah, listen, a lot of people, including like we've seen a lot of those football players go down with ACL injuries, and they be walking out fine, not realizing until that MRI pops up later. And so she is not only out for the season, but then has to get replaced for the Team USA 3-on-3 team. So
she's gonna come back stronger than ever. We wish her prayers a speedy and and definitely healthy recovery. She's gonna come back better than ever, and it's gonna be.
It goes to show you, like we saw the same thing with Sabrina. Sabrina was out for the rest of her rookie season. Then you see Cameron, and it's just like, oh, you hate to see it for rookies in this time.
You do, but look at Sabrina now, and wait till you see Cameron when she come back.
Cameron gonna come back with, man, listen.
Part for the course, and this is what happens with these athletes early on. A lot of it happens. It's just so sad that it happened to her. I wasn't expecting that because again, she was in a Roy conversation too. So, we did not see that one happen. No, we didn't. No.
Just a scheduling note. So the Commissioner's Cup is this Sunday. Links at Liberty. They are playing in Long Island at the UBS Arena because the NBA draft is Monday, and so they can't play there. I guess they didn't plan it right or didn't think that the Liberty would be hosting it at some point. But hey, here we are. Wow. So that's gonna be Sunday. We also need to discuss about our competition on Friday. The Aces face the Sun in Las Vegas.
7 p.m.
13-1 team.
Yeah.
Dewana Bonner. Alyssa Thomas, Dejanay, I mean, the list on this team, it does say super team. It does say Dejanay could easily be like a sixth woman of the year. I mean, the way she's playing is wild. All I know is I got Thomas on my fantasy basketball, and mainly because of her am I doing so well. She really is a factor. We did get to see, it was our new girl, Jessica. Is that it? I think it's
Jessica
right?
Cromwell.
So she did come out. She did come out for, I think, maybe a few minutes during, or like 1 or 2 minutes at the end of the game. So she did get some time on the court. I'm hoping. There was no practice today, though. So it's curious to see, how much she's able to get in the swing of things.
It ain't
for
enough.
Friday.
You keep saying all this. It's not enough. I just don't want our girls to get beat up as badly as what the Liberty did to us. I need us to persevere. I need systems to change. I need all hands on deck. All hands on deck.
All hands on deck,
with
not only scoring but rebounding.
Attitudes. I need them all hands on deck.
We need some offensive rebounds. We need some defense.
I need just turn it on. I don't want to blow out. I don't. I'm being realistic.
I want to win. Screw a blowout. I want to win.
I would love a win. If we can shoot their lights out outside of perimeter arc, or if we could go in the paint, I doubt we could go in the paint with these girls at the end of the low post.
It's going to be tough. I mean, beyond Asia, unless they get into foul trouble,
she's going to be the only one. Yeah. KP small enough to do it. Jackie could be swift enough to do it, but can they? And I'm not trying to doubt my team. I'm not, but I'm got to be realistic for what we.
Realistically, we're going against a 13-1 team who one loss really wasn't even that. It was surprising. So it'll be interesting.
I can't go my heart on this as much as I want to. I'm like, the Aces got it. My heart, fan base, mind says, we got this.
Your heart of hearts is
the Girlchatsports analytics mind of mine is like.
I hear you.
Just easy killers. Don't hurt us. Don't hurt us. But it's going to be a great game. Everybody in the city, again, sold out home games. I need everybody to show out.
Friday night in Vegas. You're going to be on the strip for a Friday night. That's what it is. So we'll see y'all at the house tomorrow night. I didn't want to put too much up about it, but I knew, we'd finally heard about your Lakers getting their head coach.
Yeah, we did.
And what's funny, though, is that the reports are that JJ Redick, hired for a 4-year contract, which is supposedly it's going to be about $8 million a year, but that LeBron says he's had no conversation with the front office regarding the coaching.
Sure. They do a podcast together. They were on the podcast.
I mean, come on, really?
They were on the podcast together talking and establishing a relationship.
Rich Paul is doing the media relations for this, so we don't believe you, Rich. I don't know. And then for them to say that AD played an important role in the hiring because of his opinion. So AD's opinion to the Lakers franchise.
I have not heard not one word from AD. Not one. I haven't seen a tweet. I haven't seen anything. So, I don't know. Maybe. I just haven't.
It was hush hush. It was.
I really don't want to get into this. I really don't. I'm just gonna see what happens, and
Well,
we're mixed. We're mixed.
Hey,
we're mixed.
Yeah,
we're trying to some are trying to ride it out. You got some delusional fans that are comparing his non-experience of coaching to Pat Riley.
Pat Riley, no
blasphemy. No. But you also have people that, and we listened to Kendrick Perkins today, and he had a great point of maybe him reaching out to Joe Mazzulla. They just won a championship with South Boston. He's new-time coach, first-time coaching, former player as well. I don't know.
And they're talking about getting some assistants, like, Rajon Rondo, Sam Cassell.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Having some other players there that have some experience, I think, would be helpful.
I think Rajon Rondo out of that list would probably be the most effective to speak to on that.
Well, and he's a Laker. He's a former Laker, too.
Well, that, too. Yeah, absolutely. And it wasn't even just thinking that. It's just the type of person Rondo is. He's very straight and direct and forward. And I think if he can speak the language to the locker room and those guys. Now, it's rumored that D'Angelo Russell may not be with us. And if D-Loading's gone, then who else do we have? Like, it's just a lot of moving
Well, they
parts.
talk about, Trey coming over, that he's ready to jump on ship with the Lakers. So I don't know. Steph's with you. She's not with it, but she's got to learn too.
No, I ain't got to learn to do nothing because, listen, check this out. If it ain't going to be Trae Young, it's going to be Bronny. And guess what? If Bronny comes over there, I'm taking a break for the Lakers. Simple as that. And I'm a Laker fan, but I'm taking a break. Like,
I just don't get it how people, Bronny ain't even like NBA, like for
what
NBA
I'm
draft.
about is how do we have a franchise of 17 championships and we can't even get to the level of where Boston is? How is it that we get, but LeBron James is great. Everybody's like, but you got LeBron James. Yeah, we have LeBron James. So if that's the reason, then why aren't we on the level of Boston? What is the issue
And
that
shout
we
out
can't
to Boston.
get to that
They
level?
did win the championship. I didn't put any display up here just to save grace for you.
But my thing is, why? If that culture is still on winning, why did we lose that culture? And why is it that people are like, well, you got LeBron.
Because
Well, okay,
it's
we got
toxic.
LeBron. We barely made it into a play-in, and then we lost the first round. So what are we talking about right now? That's just my vent and rant. I'm done. But I'm just saying,
I hear you.
like, it just doesn't make any sense. That's my first.
It's going to be interesting to see what does happen. And if they do pick up, what's funny is that, of course, they leaked out again, probably some more Rich Paul, media relations, is that, LeBron's not even worried about playing with Bronny anymore at this point. You're right.
Well, they're talking about, Bron might not even be there. I don't know. They're all talking. I just need to see what this is going to do. And I'm just telling you right now in the audience that if this is a father-son duo thing for Lakers, I'm good.
You're
I'm
done.
good.
You're just
I'm
gonna.
not gonna be all.
You're gonna go on hold for a while.
It's just gonna be on a flight pattern. I just, if it happens to be on and I turn,
pick a player and just watch something else.
Stream another movie or a TV show or something I gotta catch up on. Like, that's just what it is. So
yeah, I hear you.
Whatever.
We also had the first big trade of the season.
Yeah, this was crazy. I was shocked.
I can't even listen. Chicago is doomed. The Bulls will never be back to their caliber until we can figure out the front office and the owner. This is just, and what's crazy is that, yes, this is a guy who used to be on the Hugadores because this is the guy who was supposedly messing around with underage girls. Right. So now he's going to Chicago. Of course, there was like the jokes of R. Kelly, Chicago, and he's trying to figure out what the age limit is, the age for the lawful age in Chicago is. I don't see it. I'm sad. Cruz did great for us. Granted, he's not like, a franchise player, but he did great for us.
Cruz will get a ring out of OKC before he roll with the Bulls. Because OKC is steadily still drafting great work.
Well, and they still got Shy and everybody else. They're a young team. We don't have that youngness. We still have Lonzo Ball, who's on his third year of being injured. So how will we get rid?
Well, we'll see what the NBA draft holds. We'll see what else. But OKC is running the draft on first round. So they got this for a while. So we're going to see OKC back in the conversation. Caruso may have a chance of getting a ring with this team. And that's just what it is. If you're going to battle from the West, he's leaving a whole different conference to go back to the West. This is a good look for him. I'm not mad at it.
Good look. All right. Turning over to baseball. Apparently, this past weekend and for the Major League Baseball was the best attended weekend across the sport since 2008. So apparently everybody was up and at it to get out to watch baseball, whether it be your team, my team, anyone's team. Maybe because the weather's finally peaked and we got all this heat wave striking. I don't know, but baseball apparently was legit all weekend to watch live. So
yeah, my team was in Kansas City, honey, where Mookie got hurt for 6 to 8 weeks. He's out.
Yeah, Mookie, that's a tough one. But you guys,
one.
You guys are still the Dodgers, just still.
Well, Rivera, but it still sucks. You moved him to a new position of shortstop. Yeah. He goes at bat at 97.9 mile per hour on a 2-1 count, gets him in the hand, and he just goes down like Frazier. And it's like, I got the update on my phone on Father's Day, no less. It's just sucks. You get the update and you're like, oh no, fractured. What? How? Why? But you know, in Dodger form will prevail, and 6 to 8 weeks is light, hopefully.
And that's nothing in a baseball season, 6 to 8 weeks. I mean, it's not
right. But I just want that hand to be 100%. Like I want that hand to be his hand. You know, fractures aren't always. You know,
no.
Yes, it's a good clean. If it's a clean fracture, it could heal correctly. If it's not, I mean, I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know.
It's devastating all the way around, though. We like Mookie. Come on.
Got to give a shout out to one of our always listeners who always taps in with us, Miss Edith. Miss Edith posted this on her social media.
Oh, yes.
So Ohtani and his dog Decoy have their own bobblehead that's going to be coming out August 28th. So the game for August 28th for the Dodgers at home will have the Ohtani bobblehead with a dog. Like, I don't even want a Dodger bobblehead, but this one I would want. Like, I mean...
Well, it looks like we're going to have to posse on down to LA and see if we can get in line for hours to get one.
Listen, we might have to just camp out. I got a tent and a couple of chairs, so we can make something work.
That's probably what it's going to take, especially with the LA fans. They don't play. Then the thing goes right on the eBay. So if you can't get it, if you can't get it there, you're gonna get it.
Steph, she said she needs one of these suckers. I hear you, girl.
I love how everybody wants our boys in blue, but Ohtani is that guy. Like you, why would?
I mean, he's repping for my country. He's repping for the dogs. Like, how can you not love that?
You got to. Between him and Yamamoto, y'all good. For sure.
Speaking of repping, listen, there was a time at one point, probably during COVID or maybe pre-COVID, Mo, that me and you wore mustaches on our show. And it was because of the Minshew mustache. Right. And you gotta check out these new media pics.
You know,
from Gardner Minshew with the mustache in full gear. He's ready for his black and silver debuts. Look at him.
I'm looking at it.
I wonder which one's going to be the picture when they have during the games when they're announcing the rosters.
I like the one with the hands on the hips because he honestly looks like a pirate. He looks like a raider. He looks like a raider. Like
it's good. It is good. I love it. It's really good.
Darn.
I'm excited to see
him.
He's
loving it. That's what makes it even better. Like he's embraced this silver and black, and he's posing it up and having a good time with it. So yeah.
Absolutely. Steph said road trip for the Dodgers game.
I'm with it.
Gotta make that
happen. Who are they playing? I gotta see who they're playing on that day. But
I don't know. It's the 28th. So if anyone's out there, August 28th, I'm not sure who they play. If it was Seattle, that would be amazing. But
right.
Happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Giants.
Before we end the show, we want to get into a couple girl power moments. We got to give it up. Like I said, I've been watching Olympic trials. There's a lot. We know about Ledecky and we know about some of the big names, but we got to give it up to Regan Smith. She went big in the Olympic trials. She missed out on the 100-meter butterfly, but she had the 5th fastest time. She set an American record for the 100-meter backstroke and also shattered the 100-meter backstroke world's record of 57:13 and is heading to Paris.
What I'm talking about.
Breaks the world record during trials. Like that's when you know.
Right.
Hey, that's when you're putting a target in your back saying, "Come get me," because I just broke the world record and we're all going to be vying for it. So,
1,000%. Yeah.
Yeah. Big ups to her. Listen, Julia. First of all, Forbes ranks her as the 23rd richest person in the world. No sport relevance as far as from her riches, but her husband, who had a big company, passed away, left a lot of money. Her net worth is $65.7 billion with a B dollars. Just to put that in perspective, Joe Tsai, whose net worth is $8.6 billion. Hers is $65 billion. Anyways, Julia, her 2 children, they just bought a minority stake in the BSC Global, which is founded by Joe Tsai, which owns the Nets and the Liberty. So now Miss Julia and her 2 children will be partial owners in the Nets and Liberty, paying out probably about close to $1 billion to do so.
Oh my God.
67 billion.
Yeah, generational wealth is great.
Wow.
When you got it.
Wild. That New York, listen, that's the New York thing is just, it's just wild. Yeah, I can't even, what do you do with that? Why don't you just buy a whole new expansion team at this point? You got 67
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I was like,
billion.
where's her money allocated to? Like, because she could.
You could be buying a women's hockey team, a women's soccer team, a women's basketball team.
She could. She could definitely get her WNBA team. She can't get NBA, but she can get a WNBA.
That's
for sure.
A lot.
Yeah.
She could get an NBA team. 67 billion she owns.
What's Ballmer worth? Ballmer's a billionaire too, but he's over 100.
Josiah is at 8 billion.
What's Ballmer?
I don't know, but most of those teams are like $6 and $8 million teams, dollar teams. So yeah, for millionaires, it's not something you can do, but she is completely.
Yeah, 67 billion is a lot, but I'm just thinking of payroll and over. I don't know. You gotta get these big contracts. That money just be shrinking. I don't know if I want to do that.
Steph said Dodgers play the Orioles on the 28th.
Baltimore. Ooh, okay. That'll be a sea of blue. Nice fall game. Weather will be decent. It'll be a little chilly. Wear my Dodgers.
August 28th. That's still going to be a little warm. I've been to the beach in September, so it's not too bad.
Yeah,
it might be like a nice.
Bad. August. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it could be a beach. We could be at the beach and the game.
What time is it? Is it a night game?
I don't know. Steph, you're still there. Do we know what time the game is? Look, we're gonna plan. Anybody else want to meet us in LA for bobblehead night?
Yeah, for sure.
I'll wear blue for you, just so you know. I'll be wearing blue for you. Oh, that's it. That's the show. We appreciate everybody. We hope that if anyone is tuned in on Fuel, we hope that you enjoyed the live coverage on the Fuel Sports Network. Also, if you're just catching the end, you can watch the replay. You can also go to our YouTube channel and subscribe at Girl Chat Sports. Follow us on all our social media. We also have a dope Facebook group on Facebook. So make sure you join the Girl Chat Sports group, as well as like our Girl Chat Sports page. Hit us up on social media. Say hi. Send a picture. Chat with us. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back next week. So everybody take care. Have a good one. Yada, 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 yada.
Stay cool out there if you're on the West Coast.
We'll see y'all later. Bye.